Big-time playoff weekend kicked off last night, so let's get started with the first-round matchup between the Brandeis Broncos and the #1 ranked Steel Knights. This is Class 6A Division II by district. First quarter, Steel quarterback Chad Werner. Yeah, can he throw a wet ball? Sure he can, and he can throw it deep. Jalen Cooper's got it. That's a 40-yard gain in the Broncos territory. That led to a 3-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Hatton. That makes it 7-0 Steel. There it is. He breaks outside. Later in the quarter, Hatton again. He's going to break off a 14-yard score run. The Knights led 14-0, and then they advance 42-14. All right, take it to Ferris Stadium. The undefeated Harlan Hawks hosting the Eagle Pass. And the bird fight went to the air. Andres Garcia throws into the wind. Jose Hernandez comes down with it. That's 75 yards. Nobody's going to catch him. Harlan answers, though. They give it to Tavion Ford, and Mr. Ford puts the pedal to the metal, and he's gone 63 yards. Check out that speed, that little move right there. Breaks the tackle, and see ya. Harlan stays undefeated, winning a close one, 27-20 in the by-district round. All right, Comalander Stadium, Class 3A Division I by-district matchup. It's the Lido Pirates and Blanco Panthers. Gets to the fourth quarter. Panthers quarterback Cameron Anderson fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. That's going to be a 15-yard nice move right there, run. Blanco strikes first, 7-0. Later in the quarter, it's Cameron Anderson again. And guess what? This is another fake handoff and another run. This time he's going left. Doesn't have to make quite as many good moves. That's 15 yards again. Number 8, Blanco, moving on, 47-0. The Marion Bulldogs tried to take a bite out of the undefeated Jordanton Indians last night at Rutledge Stadium, Class 3A Division I playoff game. Second quarter, Bulldogs quarterback Bo Stahl takes off with it. Here he comes, and there he goes. That's a nice run. How about that block from Garrett Mann? Little man-sized hole right there. Bo knows the end zone. That was a 15-yarder. Tied at 7. Second quarter, third quarter, same score. Indians quarterback Matthew Hicks scores from 2 yards out. Jordanton's up 14-7. And the final from Rutledge, Jordanton Anton takes it 35-14. All right, last stop of the night. Cole Cougars facing number 3 Hondo Owls, Heroes Stadium. Third quarter, Owls ball with the lead. Dayton Rodriguez, handoff. Runs into the line, but then bounces right through a little hole right there, and he's gone. Second level, and nobody's going to catch him. 78-yard touchdown run makes it 28-16 Hondo. So we've got some scores for you. Let's take it to the scoreboard. There's that final 35-30 Hondo over Cole, and then it's Fredericksburg losing to Davenport 62-14, and you've got Bernie over Taylor 42-28. And some more scores, 68-0, Wimberley over Pearsall. And it's Randolph shutting out Crystal City 49-0. And Fall City and Iola. Fall City gets the win 35-0. And Sabinal over Bruni 40-8.
We did have a rough start collectively. And but we're young, the youngest team in the league, so we're learning.
Yeah, you could say it's a rough start. Women and the Spurs are back home trying to end a 3-game losing streak. The last 2 were blowouts before you could say Big Apple. The Knicks were up 13-0 the other night. They went on to win at 126-105 at Madison Square Garden. The Spurs are now 0-3 versus the Eastern Conference this season. So here's the good news. They're back home, and they're not taking on an Eastern Conference team. They're taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight, Frost Bank Center. NBA in-season tournament group play. All that amounts to is they need to win tonight.
Go Spurs, go.
That's it. There you go.
They need to drink something warm to get them
fired up?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever it takes.
The American Heart Association's Heart and Stroke Walk is happening tomorrow. This noon, we're hearing from a family taking part in the event about why they want to spread awareness.
Traffic on the north side is nothing new, especially along 1604. However, there's another big closure you're going to be wanting to know about. It starts tonight. After the break, Steven Cavazos takes a look at what's shut down and how you can get around it all. If you usually drive through Loop 1604, you may want to check things out and plan a different route this weekend.
Full closures are expected to begin this weekend as part of the North Expansion Project.
Traffic Authority Steven Cavazos with the areas you may want to avoid.
Weekend commuters, if you have travel plans along Loop 1604, make sure to plan ahead of time. We have the 1604 North expansion project that is ramping back up overnight, and while the goal here is to reduce your travel time by 50%, this could slow you down over the weekend. Let's get you in the know before you have to go. As you can see here, we have a full closure planned over the weekend that will begin at 9 tonight and should finish at 5 in the morning. The 1604 westbound main lanes will be fully closed, and it's going to be there between the Northwest Military Highway exit ramp to the Lock Hill Selma Road entrance ramp. And again, that work starts at 9, should finish at 5 in the morning. But remember, this takes us up to Sunday, November 12th, and we'll see more closures along Loop 1604. Now, those eastbound lanes will also see a full closure between Vance Jackson Road exit ramp to the Bitters Road entrance ramp. Again, that work starts around the same time at 9 at night and finish at 5 in the morning. One last jump here for you. Again, we will see another full closure along I-10 westbound. This time that exit ramp to Loop 1604 eastbound will be fully closed. And trust me, I know this is a lot of information that you're seeing coming at you all at once, but if you scan this QR code, that takes you to our traffic page. I have a full article that breaks down the work that is taking place this weekend and pretty much breaks down what you can expect for the 1604 North expansion project. Always good to know before you have to go.
And as San Antonio keeps expanding, keeping streets clear of trash and ongoing is a concern. But San Antonio's Solid Waste Management Department is hoping one of its apprentice programs can be the solution. They hit a milestone when over 100 people completed the city's commercial driver's license apprenticeship program. 76 of those graduates have been hired by the city. The milestone comes as the demand for trash collection across the area has soared. The program has been in place for 5 years. One solid waste manager tells KSAT that it's essential for keeping up staffing.
In order to keep up with the demand and the hard work, we do have to make sure that we retain our employees, keep the programs like the apprentice program running so we can keep up with the demand of hard work here.
All right, if you're looking at a job working for waste management and you're wondering about that starting pay and how to apply, all you got to do is go to the next round, is head over to KSAT12 and they'll tell you how to do it.
Looking ahead, the Edgewood ISD School Board will make its final decision regarding school closures next Tuesday. This past Tuesday, the district's Finance and Facilities Committee proposed closing Winston Intermediate School of Excellence and Wren Middle School next school year. Not everyone is on board with the idea.
It makes me angry and frustrated that they're doing this to our kids. I mean, I get that it's money, but at the end of the day, you're hurting kids.
Edgewood Superintendent Eduardo Hernandez insists there will be help and options for parents and students who would need to transition if the campuses close.
Outside with live cameras at 56 degrees, 58 degrees, a little chilly, not bad, not bad. It's fall for crying out loud.
You're right. This is a good fall day, honestly. A little cloudy. We're not going to see much sun today. It's going to stay cool, a little bit breezy. We could see a sprinkly shower or two, but the rain's, the bulk of the rain's going to hold off until Sunday. Before we get into the forecast, though, we got to celebrate some of the veterans around here, and it is also the 248th birthday of the Marine Corps. So happy birthday there. And this picture says, happy birthday, Pops. Sergeant Major John Vasquez. Thank you for your service. And we've got one more picture here to show. Also, Marine Corps here, birthday, happy 248th birthday to my husband Ramiro Cabrera. Thank you for your service. Agreed. Thank you, sir. Keep those pictures coming. We're going to show as many as we can. And as we go outside for you, we've got cloudy skies right now, and that's been the case most of the day. You look at the time lapse here, we have not seen any breaks. 58 degrees right now. Same story in New Braunfels, a little cooler, Seguin, Bernie, and Kerrville. And those winds, not too strong, but we are seeing breezy conditions out of the north-northeast, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Your forecast today, a lot of cloud cover. Will top out at about 60 or so, so not far from where we are now. 30% chance of some light showers. Shouldn't be a big deal. Your evening plans should be okay. Just keep the umbrella with you just in case. But as we said, the better rain chances show up later in the weekend and into early next week. We'll time that out for you once again and show you that forecast here in just a bit, guys.
Thanks, Justin. Thousands of people will gather for the American Heart Association's Heart and Stroke Walk tomorrow, honoring survivors, remembering those who lost their lives, and raising life-saving funds. I spoke with one family who shares their story of love and hope and how they are bringing awareness to congenital heart defects.
There's a lot of unknown in the beginning.
In 2014, Amanda and Ryan Sandifer were filled with excitement and joy after learning they were having twins. But everything changed after an ultrasound appointment.
At our 20-week ultrasound is when they discovered that our baby boy, Eli, had what was suspected to be a congenital heart defect known as hypoplastic right heart syndrome. Essentially, the right ventricle severely underdeveloped. In his case, it was just almost non-existent.
When you receive news like that, it's extremely tough.
The family began to navigate this journey, finding different resources.
He's had 2 of the 3 planned open heart surgeries. We've been able to put off the 3rd one for a while, which is great.
After several doctor appointments and surgeries, today 8-year-old Eli is growing, learning, and laughing.
He is incredibly intelligent and caring and empathetic and funny and goofy.
The family is spreading awareness by participating in the 30th annual San Antonio Heart and Stroke Walk and 5K run this Saturday.
They have educated me on what they do for congenital heart defect awareness, which is very promising. And I love the idea that the funds that are raised stay local, because there are so many families in this area that are affected by congenital heart defects.
It's taking the lives of people that we love too soon.
Every walker who joins and every dollar donated means more research and programs for the San Antonio community.
We invest in critical cutting-edge research that happens right here in our backyard. We also do hands-only CPR trainings for employees, organizations. We are in schools.
The event takes place at 7 a.m. at Texas A&M University San Antonio. The Sandifer family invites the community out and has a message for other families.
There is a community of other heart families that I will say, and I can speak for them, they're there to help.
Great story, great picture. Nice to see the smiles on those little faces.
Yes, and I'm excited. I'll be out there tomorrow.
All right, great, good for you. Hey, aviation experts are sounding the alarm ahead of the holiday travel season after several close calls at airports across the country, including one here in Texas. Those planes nearly crashing into each other, but the FAA is working on solutions.
Welcome back. The Israel-Hamas war is now in its 2nd month. More than 10,000 people have been killed in Gaza.
And those civilians that remain trapped are struggling to survive without electricity or running water. All this as the fighting continues. This morning, Israeli airstrikes hit near several hospitals in Gaza City. Israel has accused Hamas fighters of hiding in those hospitals. The militant group and hospital staff deny that. Meanwhile, combat pauses in northern Gaza are creating safe corridors for civilians to evacuate. More than 100,000 people have evacuated to the south.
Lawmakers in Washington are once again trying to stave off a government shutdown. With a November 17th deadline, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has started the process of putting forward a government funding bill. It's something that could be used if the GOP-controlled House can't pass a continuing resolution free of measures that Democrats oppose. If the Senate were to pass the funding bill Schumer put forward, the House would still have to approve it to avert a shutdown.
President Joe Biden marking Veterans Day with new actions that his administration says aim to protect veterans. One measure would make all World War II veterans eligible for no-cost health care under the Department of Veteran Affairs. In addition, there would be expanded coverage for costs associated with Parkinson's disease. The Biden administration says it's also working on ways to protect veterans and their families from fraud scams.
Mortgage rates fell this week in the biggest one-week drop since last November. It's the 2nd week that rates have decreased after rising for 7 consecutive weeks. According to data from Freddie Mac released Thursday, the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage fell to an average of 7.5% in the week ending November 9th. A year ago, the average 30-year fixed rate reached 7.08%, its highest level in 2022. The following week, rates dropped. And just weeks away from the kickoff of the holiday travel season, there are rising concerns about air passenger safety.
That's because the National Air Traffic Controllers Association union president is warning U.S. airports could be at a greater risk of near collisions.
ABC's Justin Finch with how the FAA is doing to make sure people are safe.
Lead National Transportation Safety Board investigator Jennifer Homendy with a bleak assessment of the current state of U.S. air travel.
It only takes one missed warning to become a tragedy, one incorrect response to destroy public confidence in a system that has been built over decades.
Homendy telling a Senate panel that the system is now under unprecedented strain, just as the holiday travel season ramps up and amid ongoing short staffing at U.S. air traffic control towers. The president of the union representing air traffic controllers testifying about widespread fatigue with work schedules, including mandatory overtime.
Last year's controllers at 40% of our facilities worked 6-day work weeks at least once a month. And several of our facilities require 6-day work weeks and 10-hour days every single week.
Over the last year, the FAA identified at least 23 close calls, including a Delta plane at New York's JFK Airport nearly colliding with an American Airlines flight on the wrong runway. And in Austin, Texas, a FedEx cargo plane came within 100 feet of a Southwest flight.
Southwest aboard. FedEx is on the go.
The FAA says it's rushing to hire as many new air traffic controllers as possible, but the training and certifying of new controllers can take as long as 5 years. The Air Traffic Controllers Union president testifying that the air traffic controller workforce only grew by 6 new hires last year, and should a government shutdown take place, 1,000 controllers could be furloughed and new employee training could be disrupted just before the Thanksgiving travel period. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
If you're traveling, pack some patience because it's going to get busy.
I think that's just the new norm, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. We go outside. We're looking close to the airport right there. Cloudy skies. San Antonio International, we're at 18.03 inches for the year. We're still 11 inches below average, even with that rain we collected yesterday. So we need a lot more, but we're going to get some in the rain bucket. It's looking promising. Del Rio still below average. Austin also below average. So the whole state of Texas could use some rain, and I think we're going to get it. I'll look at that forecast coming up.
Welcome back.
So I got to find a new weather gauge. The weather gauge broke. I think the deer got it or something.
Yeah,
I don't know how much rain been out there, and I can't use a wheelbarrow anymore because Adam hadn't.
No, you can't use a wheelbarrow. It's not going to work. It's not calibrated.
Adam's got to calibrate my wheelbarrow.
We'll get you a rain gauge.
I got a new one. Yeah, give me a rain gauge. Eh?
I'll work on that.
Poor people at home.
Christmas gift.
You know.
There you go.
Rain gauge? Wait a minute.
You're going to need
That's nice.
I got it pretty good.
Trust me. We want to give another shout out to some of the veterans. This is a shout out to, it says, my Tio Juan Orende. We love you. Shout out. Yes, for sure. We thank all the veterans around here. Veterans Day comes up tomorrow. We got more pictures. As we said, if you want to check them out on our KSAT Connect, you can do that on our webpage. Satellite picture shows we got a lot of clouds. Not a lot of rain at the moment here around San Antonio. Most of that rain is relegated to the coastal areas. Showers coming through Beeville and Victoria. We noticed a few showers out to the west, but at the moment it is dry here in San Antonio. 55 in Kerrville, 58 New Braunfels, 61 in Pleasanton. These clouds are doing their job. They're keeping temperatures in check, and it is not going to warm up all that much today. We're still right around 60 here in town, and I don't think we're going to warm up much above that mark if we do at all. Right now, cloudy and 58 at the airport. Northeasterly winds at about 12. The winds are still a little bit breezy, and I think we top out around 60 here in town. You'll find some low 60s to the south, upper 50s to the north. Pretty uniform numbers because of the clouds. And as we look at the water vapor now, one system moving away. So you see the little swirl right here. That's our first system. Brought in some good moisture, but that's moving out. So we're going to get a little bit of a break, other than maybe a few sprinkly showers here or there today and tomorrow. But our next system is back out here near LA. This is going to start to take shape. It's going to dig south into Mexico, and that is going to be our next rainmaker, kind of right on the heels of this last one. And as we look at Futurecast here, this does show some showers this evening, but we just haven't seen it, and I'm not too confident that we're going to see just a ton of rain. I think a couple of light showers, maybe some sprinkles here and there are possible, but I wouldn't worry too much about the rain tonight or tomorrow for that matter. A couple of showers here and there on Veterans Day, but nothing that's going to really ruin your plans. That changes on Sunday, and I want to let you know that by Sunday afternoon, I think we have a pretty good opportunity to start seeing some light rain moving in. So this is noontime. We'll have a shield of rain coming in from the south. That should spread over the area by late Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. And that is our next best chance of rain. Pretty good odds, in fact. And it's going to be light, but I think it will add up to some pretty good numbers, potentially up to an inch of rain here in San Antonio before this all moves out Monday morning. And we'll still get a few more showers Monday afternoon. By Tuesday, this all moves out and the sun comes back and it warms up. So the weekend forecast looks like this: 61 tomorrow, 20% chance of showers. Sunday, though, 70% chance of light rain by the afternoon. And I think that will keep temperatures down. Once again, 59. The high potentially only on Monday or Sunday, I should say. Rainfall potential, I think we could see up to an inch of rain here in San Antonio when it's all said and done. The higher totals will be down closer to the coast, lower totals out west, as it typically is. But this is going to be widespread, so this is the kind of rain we like. Should help the aquifer out too. Extended forecast: 70% chance Sunday late, 60% chance Monday morning. Still keeps things cool though, 59 both Sunday and Monday. But once the sun comes out, we're back in the 60s and 70s by next week. We'll be right back.
Today, KSAT Live is taking the show on the road. They've set up shop under the big top and joined the circus.
Cirque du Soleil. So, Mike, where are your acrobatics?
Yes.
Is that what we're going to see?
He's been stretching all morning. Yes. So actually, for insurance purposes, they would not let me do any acrobatics. I'm going to try my hand at juggling, though, believe it or not. But this is just amazing. This is a show really like nothing else in the world.
Like nothing else in the world. Cirque du Soleil Bazaar is here in the Alamo City until December 3rd, so plenty of time to get the whole family to come to the show.
First time under the big top here in town. There's actually more than one big top. There's the artistic tent, and that's where Jen is right now.
That's right. Okay, I was working on my stretches because I am going to do some warm-ups with one of the stars of the show, the floating woman. There she is. That's Sylvia DePazzo. We're going to chat with her and talk about her routine. You might even get a sneak peek, guys. Back to you.
You know, it is amazing seeing these performers up close.
Oh, yes. And get ready to roll it because we go behind the scenes with that dynamic duo on roller skates right there.
And now this is not just about all of the acts, but it's about the lighting and the music. And we meet the man that literally does every bit of the percussion, air drumming. No, that won't qualify here. But I tell you, again, this is just a fantastic show. And, of course, our social question: if you ran away and joined the circus, what would you do?
He's going to try juggling. I cannot wait to see that. All right, more when KSAT Live Under the Big Top continues.